What's up, guys? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. Welcome back. Tonight, we're going to talk about this topic. I've been talking a lot of relationship related issues, for the past several weeks, and I'm going to continue with that because at the beginning, at the center of community is us, Black men and women. We can't develop our community without some kind of consistent consensus and interaction with each other. And what I find is that we have been stirred, against each other. We've been distracted against each other, and we're looking at each other, pointing the fingers. And this is not productive. So this is what we're going to talk about tonight. Black men and Black women are not enemies. We are counterparts. Okay? We are each other's better half and all that stuff. And we need to look at each other as the proponents of the future. And right now we're not doing a great job, especially not in the West. We have allowed third parties to influence us down the wrong path, guys. So today we're going to talk about this. What's up to those, the first in the chat room today, Karama and also Kim. What's up, girl? How you doing? Big shout outs to the African Superstar family, guys. If you're here, you already know the code. Also, just a few announcements and special thank yous. I want to give a thank you to Juliet, the host of the Blagsit platform. We did do a pre-recorded video today, so that will be coming out soon on the Blagsit platform. Also, big shout outs to those of you that have participated in our Superstar hashtag. Okay, we have had 4 submissions so far. So if you guys are working on your Our Superstar video for the channel, please do send those in. We have over 800 subscribers currently on the channel. So we should have a good amount of videos coming in from you guys. I know some people are working on them, but let's go ahead and get them in so we can get them on the channel. Currently, Eternal Blossom is in the lead. Okay, she's in the lead, followed by Portia Official, followed by Mr. XDNC, and then last but not least, Dark Spear. So those of you that already have your videos up, remember you can be sharing your link on your Facebook, WhatsApp, giving it to your friends, because the person with the most views is going to win that $100 cash prize, as well as a backpack from the AfricanSuperstar.com. Also, big shout outs to the customers of the AfricanSuperstar.com. We got an order the other day. Those of you, you want to get some gear for your video, go ahead and place your order so that you can get your goods and then make your video and then send it in. Okay. So big shout outs to everybody. Those are our announcements. Anybody with a wrench is a moderator. So please make sure you keep me updated on the like counts. All right. We're going to talk about this topic tonight because unfortunately, we see a lot of contention displayed. And I'm going to put this on the diaspora. I think it's portrayed much more frequently in those, environments where the Black men and Black women, they are not a unit. They are not a family. They are actually at war. They're actually dysfunctional. They're actually not getting along. And we as individuals need to recognize that we are counterparts of each other. Okay, and what this boils down to is, first of all, being marketable as an individual. Okay, ladies, take a look at yourself and ask yourself, are you appealing and decent and respectful with the way that you interact with men? Not just your man that maybe you're in a relationship with, but what's your interaction like with other men? Gentlemen, look at yourself the same way. What are you giving out? Because there's a point where we acknowledge a lot of the external campaigns against our community, but there are things that we are doing against each other that's making this interaction very, very difficult. And I think one of the biggest problems in the West is we don't necessarily see other Black people as an extension of ourselves. Okay, we think some people they have nothing to do with us, we have nothing to do with them, And that's how we see it. And that leads us to the problems that we have today, because there is no common ground and mutual understanding. We are not enemies, okay? We actually came to exist because of the unity, the relationship between Black men and Black women. Excellent point. Kiaria says, how can you build an empire and you not working together? Exactly. We are looking outside of ourselves for the solutions. You know, this topic, this issue of community, this is a very popular, complaint of so many people. There's no community. We don't support each other. We don't get along. Well, at the genesis of community is family. You see, you cultivate your family. I cultivate my family. They interact. They make family. That's how it goes. And when we look down at the breakdown of the community in the West, largely, that's what it is we're not interacting appropriately. We're not creating good families. We're not raising our kids, and it's having a ripple effect. We start at the root. All right? Black men, Black women should be your number one choice. You shouldn't be so cavalier with your melanin, with your resources, with your legacy. Think long and hard about it. Think long and hard about it. I posted up on my Instagram a couple days ago this footballer. And he was talking about how it's very common that when the footballers get to retirement age, their wives leave them. Now, we know that a lot of these Black footballers, unfortunately, have white wives. It's not a coincidence. Basically, they came and rode the high life. They rode the wave while you were hot, while you were young, while you were making a lot of money. They benefited. Now you're old. Now you're retired. Now you're injured. They're peacing out. Okay, that's why it's Black lovers stay single. Why? Black women are loyal to their men, no matter how much we don't want to be. Can I get a holler from the ladies in the chat room? Black women are loyal to their men, even when they be on that BS. Okay, Black men need to utilize this to their advantage. You know, and what we have to do, because see, what is happening is there's a lot of complaints going back and forth between each other. All right, the Black women are angry with the Black men, and the Black men are angry with the Black women. Big shout outs. This is what I'm talking about. African Millennial says, let's wave the white flag. Let's call it troops. Let's stop the blame game. And let's exercise some SMP and say, you know what? Let's get back to loving. Huh? Let's put on this, this Marvin Gaye and have a barbecue. Let's put on this Teddy Pendergrass and get it popping. Let's make love, not war. Let's pull our families together. Certainly, it's vital. I want to say, do those in the West want to continue to exist? Do they want, their family lines to continue? Because if we can't master this, if we can't figure it out, it's going to be adios for y'all and not me, because I'm living here. I'm about to drop my seeds over here on the continent. But I'm just saying, for y'all out there, this is just the basics. And we have to take assessment of where we are currently. All right. And where we need to be and start doing the groundwork. We cannot have community when Black women and Black men are having static. We can't. We are counterparts. Okay. You're the left. I'm the right. I'm up. You're down. I'm yin. You're yang. Some of us are taking out anger from maybe failed interactions on people. It's not even their fault. So ladies, maybe you got issues with, the father of your kids or your ex-husband or whatever. That's not every man's fault. Fellas, maybe your mom was, as we say here, maybe she was a shower. Maybe she wasn't a good mom. Maybe she wasn't there. Maybe that girl in high school broke your heart or whatever. That's not every woman. We should strive and prioritize to have healthy, happy, healthy relationships and interactions with our peers. And it's not even on the romantic level. Okay, this is just how we interact with each other. All this mugging, when you come in the room, you looking somebody up and down, you sizing them up. You see every other black lady is competition, every other black man is competition. You see all that stuff. It's harbored by diversity. Okay, because what happens is, yeah, you the one, black dude in your area. You're the one black woman in your area. You see another one enter in. Instead of seeing that person as a sister or a brother, you see them as competition because you want that token black. Here on the continent, there's enough to go around. So when one lady gets married, the other single ladies doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, that's one less guy that I can get with. We are not enemies. These ideas are harmful to our community. We sit around and talk about it all the time. We sit around and talk about the broken community and all this stuff. What are we going to do? We have to turn the tables on the problems. If we know that external factors, okay, third party, society, media, music is all trying to destroy our community, trying to sow rift and discord between us, then we need to reject those ideas. We need to start preferring our own. We see the campaigns. We notice that on television, every sitcom, they're pairing up the black man with a non-black female. We see what they're trying to stuff down our throat. Why are we absorbing it? It is the extermination of your people. It's the annihilation of your people. Hello? It's basic. This is basic, guys. The attitude of, well, what I do doesn't affect anybody. It's just what I'm doing, Gina. I haven't been lucky. I met a lady one time, and very, very beautiful black lady, and she's dating, has had a long-term relationship with a white man. And she said, Gina, I had really a lot of difficulties dating and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Listen, I hear you. Trust me, I know the challenges. But see, it's a conscious choice. And that's what we, as our people, we're not doing that. We're not making the conscious decision. You know what? I'm going to, with my life, be an example. I am, with my life, going to observe the black lover stay single. I am, with my life, going to be a proponent, a contributor to my community. Because I'm telling y'all, if more of y'all did that, if more of y'all started with you, yourself, that's it translates outward. It translates outward. If you as the black man adopted the kind of ideology that's going to take your community forward, you start, when black men get into position, it's very, very serious. That's why you guys are the focal point of the destruction, because they want to go ahead and snuff you out so that the ripple effect happens in your community. When you guys make up your mind that you're not going to be their, I can't even think of the right word, their whipping board, you're not going to be their peon, you're not going to be their sidekick, that has a ripple effect. Black men got to get into position. Black women got to get into position. What is this? Emasculating black men, supporting the campaign, homosexual black men, all these things that are counterproductive to your very existence. You, single lady, are out there like, well, he can just live his truth. Huh? When your son comes home, your nephew comes home, they're talking that one way, you say, well, you know what? I support you regardless. Instead of having the conversation about who you are. You see, when our people are confused about who they are, they misbehave and do all kind of crazy stuff because they don't know who they are. When you're raising the young men in your life to understand that they are the genesis of a community, that without their input, the community ceases to exist. They understand that they're a man and it's important. That matters. That matters. What a lot of our young brothers are not getting is they're not being instilled with anything but fluff and nonsense and things that's going to destroy their lives. When they decide to go alternative lifestyles or have interracial relationships, they don't think about how that's going to impact future generations. They see it as, well, this is me. I'm just living my best life. This is what I'm choosing to do. A lot of what our young people are going through is relative to the fact that there's, limited mentoring. We are the elders, the seniors. We're supposed to be helping, leading, guiding these people, not letting them repeat mistakes of the past. And this is a big mistake. Start in your households by demonstrating how to interact with each other. We let our emotions get the best of us. And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Whenever I come online and I see, grown men and women getting down each other's throats, insulting each other, arguing with each other, I'm like, yo, the bad blood runs too deep, fam, because you don't even know these people. Why should you be coming undone on social media? You don't even know these people. They have nothing to do with you. No impact on your life. There's no code of how we interact. And when we're coming here to the continent, we have to be careful to preserve that element of the continent, the element of family and community. They're doing a better job here on the continent than what we are in the West, because we don't have much to show for our interaction. We can't get along. 2021, make a choice. I already told y'all the game, okay? You want to get along with people. You want people to, enjoy your company and all that stuff. Be kind, be nice, be respectful. Everybody loves that. When you see ladies, like for instance, here in Ghana, it's very common. Women will compliment you when they see you. Wow, I really like your hair. Wow, you're looking so cute. You're looking pretty. I like that dress. It's very normal here. And that's actually something I have always observed in the Ghanaian community, for instance. The women are very complimentary. And I've been able to establish relationships because I show myself friendly to them. The same way people love me. Why? Because I show myself friendly. I act appropriately. I have a beautiful platform filled with men and women, diasporans, continental Africans, African migrants. Why? Because I show myself friendly. It's a basic concept that we have got to learn. Black men want Black women to behave a certain way. Show yourself friendly. Instead of slamming the Black women and complaining about this and complaining about that, insert yourself in there and help these people get on the right path. A woman can be motivated by a man. That's why the women that are coming here to the continent rave about the men on the continent. Why? Because the men on the continent show them love. It's a very, very simple, concept, guys. And when you adapt this mentality where you understand, hey, Black men and Black women, the interaction between them is absolutely vital, then you're going to see our communities begin to repair themselves, because family is at the center. We cannot skip this step of it and somehow think the community is just going to fix itself. You can look at any social movement of the past, and at the root of the social movement is families. You know, my family pairs up with your family pairs up with Kim's family pairs up with Mr. Hillary's family, Mr. Hillary's family pairs up with Skin D family. Bam, there you go. You got a movement. But part of the reason that we're able to have so much dysfunction in our communities is because we don't know each other and we don't feel any kind of connection to each other in the West. So when you walking down the street and you see two guys getting into a fight, you think to yourself, well, I don't want to get involved in that. You know? Well, I don't know those people, you know, I don't want to get involved. And what happens is, you know, we turn deaf eyes to what's happening all around us. And it's really terrible. You know, we have to do a better job at this, guys. And I really, for the life of me, don't understand why our people don't see what is happening. You know, we're watching our enemies throw out these things against us, and then we just keep on going down the wrong path. We don't say, hold up. This isn't making sense. This is not equating. So big shout outs to the African superstar family. All right, let me go ahead and start shout outs to you today. If you're here in the chat room, go ahead and leave me a message or say hello so I can greet you. Okay? Caramel, what's up? Big shout outs to the African superstar family. Kim is there. Kiaria is there. What's up? African millennial. She says no gender war needed. Right. Because if we want to be honest, both I did a video on this the other day. Both parties have responsibility in the breakdown of the community. Okay, let's go ahead and admit that. Okay, it's not all the black women's fault and it's not all the black man's fault. We both are participating. Now, what are we going to do? How are we going to move forward? We have to mend those relationships, right? We have to start doing the inverse of what we have been doing that has not made us be successful in this area. Okay, I'll state it again for the record. Black men are not the enemy of black women. They are the necessary counterpart. All right? If we want to continue to exist in the future, we've got to master this. Black lovers stay single, which means you prefer your own over whatever else. You have a preference for your people. You seek them out. You decide, okay, in my future, this is what I want. And you go for that. You know, you may reject certain other people, not entertain other people, whatever. When you have a preference, that's what it is. Okay, we as blacks, we don't like to not include people in, but it's time for us to focus on our own house, our own community, our own people, our own well-being. Maybe when we get established, if you still want to include people or whatever, that's cool. We are not even standing on our own 2 feet, and we're always trying to include everybody into what we're doing. Okay, this is just the basics. Kira, what's up, sweetheart? Big shout outs to you. Omega Covenant, I don't even know what that means. What's up, Hannah from Namibia? What's up, sweetheart? Big shout outs to you. Oh wow, I'm so delighted to have someone all the way from Namibia watching. Big shout outs. What's up, Mr. Uganda? I see you, sweetheart. What's up, Cam? Big shout outs. Cam says we are stronger together, period. That's it. That is it. And guys, it just really starts with our interactions with each other. Okay? Every person is not romantically interested in you. Just have respect. You know, just have respect for the way that you interact with other people that look like you and are sharing a common experience with you. This Please don't water down. Exactly. Look at your melanin as a precious component of you. Okay? That you don't want to just give away. It's kind of like if you had, bars of gold in your house, or a lot of cash money or valuables or whatever you have, artifacts. Okay? Any old person comes along and you start giving out your, $1 million artifacts. You start giving out bars of gold. You start giving out your melanin to anybody who wants a piece. No. No. You start realizing, hey, this is precious what I have. Okay? I can't just be giving it out to anybody else. I need to be strategic, S&P, about who I'm interacting with, who I'm giving my seed to. People don't want to be selective, and they're hooking up with people that don't deserve them. People that are going to make the life chaotic for them, not be good parents, not be stable partners. Stop it. All this dissing that we're doing, no, we are not enemies. Okay? Big shout outs. What's up, family? Hey, can one of my moderators give me a like count, please? Because I'm ready to open up the call lines on this topic when I see what the like count is. So if you guys are here, please make sure you have the likes up. What's up, family? Are you in the building today? Please stay tuned to a brief message from our sponsor.
This is the African Superstar Network, and this is Breaking News. This just in. Popular YouTuber Gina Ifoe, who goes by the African Superstars platform on YouTube of over 11,000 subscribers, has recently been taken down in the last bout of censorship through YouTube. The African Superstar is known for promoting the luxury life available for the content for members of the diaspora. You may ask how you can help. Share this video to get the word out.
Okay, guys, great. We have the like count is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and open up the call lines. So the topic today is Black men and Black women are not enemies. Okay? If some of you guys have been promoting this gender war, please stop. Please stop. Especially if you're part of the single and searching. This is what I don't get. Okay? We have a lot of single and searching fellas and a lot of single and searching ladies, and we're busy warring against each other, not realizing exactly what Kiaria said, which is we need each other. Okay? Perhaps the people that you're, dissing and making enemies and going to war with, that person might actually be, somebody, a compatible partner for you, but you're missing out because you're getting distracted with a lot of nonsense. Okay? We are counterparts to each other. Understand that. Okay? You can catch more bees with sugar than vinegar. Let's start by being appropriate with each other. Respecting each other. Just being kind and understanding and all that stuff. Stop acting like the next Black man on the road or the next Black lady on the road is not an element of you. Because we all get grouped in together. Am I right? We all get, when they see Kim walking up the street, and then they see Kiaria walking up the street, and they see African millennial, look, that's a whole lot of different lineages I just talked about. Some people are Caribbean, some people are African, some people are Black American, some people are Nigerian, Jamaican, Ghanaian, whatever. Okay, they just see us as Black women. That's it. Y'all see, for instance, the way they make a big deal over Meghan Markle. She's mixed race, but to the royal family in the UK, I mean, she might as well just be as Black as anybody else. You see, we all get grouped in together. We need to start behaving like that. and understanding that our actions affect the next person. You know, so that's what it is. You know, and guess what? I'm also going to say this. Listen, you've had some pain in your past. You've had some disappointments. So what? It's time to grow up. You know, it's time to grow up. So what? Somebody broke your heart 20 years ago. So what? Get over it. And don't hold everybody responsible for the ills of yesterday. I mean, it's crazy that I got to have this conversation, but for real. You know, first trivia question. Anybody ever date someone who had a lot of issues from a previous relationship? Let me see a number one. I know, I'll tell y'all a little story. Okay, let me see some number one. Has anybody ever dated someone with previous relationship issues and it seems like they're taking it out on you? And you're like, you know, I actually found myself in this situation before. Okay. I was dating a really nice gentleman that I was into. Okay. I have just not had luck with the men. I gotta be honest with y'all. I be having some crazy situations happening to me. So I was dating a really nice gentleman in the UK. I'm not gonna say his name because some of y'all know his name. Some of y'all know. So basically, you know, he had previously been with a white lady. Okay, and this white lady had just gave him all the drama, broke his heart. You know, they have a child together. She won't let him see his son. And I mean, he was just like a mess, you know? And he was just keep on, you know, and one day I asked him, I said, am I anything like this woman? You know, because he wouldn't let me get close to him because he had been through it with her. And I said, am I anything like her? And he said, no, you're nothing like her. And I'm like, but you're punishing me. You know, that's not S&P, guys. I'm just having a real conversation with the family tonight. The way we interact with each other is not S&P. Okay, every black man is not the black man that has offended you. Some of you guys maybe have had abuse, domestic abuse, molestation. Every person that has come along in your life is not, it's not their fault. And let me give you the biggest game of all. All right, the best revenge you can ever give to anyone is by overcoming whatever barriers they have put in your life and actually finding real, genuine happiness. So that means if you had a relationship and maybe that person broke your heart, maybe you got divorced, maybe they abandoned you, okay? When you overcome that stuff and you say, you know what, I'm not going to let this thing hold me back. I'm not going to let a breakup I had 10 years ago destroy every prospect in the future. Same thing goes for the fellas. Okay, your college sweetheart, you know, the girl you took to prom, the first, you know, your child's mother, ex-wife, whatever. Every woman that comes after that woman should not pay the price. The goal should be comprehensive, happy, healthy families. When relationships don't work out, they don't work out. You got to heal and get past. This is where our people are really weak. We don't heal. All we do is keep talking about it. That's all we do. We just keep regurgitating it. The white man this, you know what I'm saying? Slavery that, systematic racism, you know what I'm saying? White man holding me back. They don't want me to be great, live my best life. When do you take some responsibility? When do you say, you know what? It didn't work out. I'm on to the next thing. Listen, your African superstar shows you day in and day out how to do it. It's as simple as you saying, you know what? I'm not going to let this situation hold me back. I'm not. I remember when I was in university, I had a good friend who had, she had daddy issues. Okay. Her dad was not around when she grew up. And one day, we were talking about it, and she said, she had these really strong feelings. But she said, you know what? I decided I'm tired of being, he's a man. He made his own decisions. Okay. He doesn't even know me as an individual. This is what she said. He doesn't even know me because I didn't grow up with him. And see, that's the kind of stuff y'all need to realize. Sometimes when people do things, it's not your fault. Okay. It's the issues of that individual. All right. It's not you, which means if you swapped yourself out, they would do the same thing to anybody who came in their, what is it? What's it called? Proximity. Which, matter of fact, you see sometimes, you will see people do the same things like over and over and over again. Because that's just how they are. So when they leave you, they go and repeat the same thing to the next person. It's not you as an individual. That's unresolved issues with that person. So imagine you holding on to that. Imagine you holding on to that and letting that prevent you from future happiness. And that's what's happening in our community. We have people out there in the West, their environment is chaotic. They're not successful. They don't have good families, and they will not let go of it. Well, I'm born and raised here. My ancestors' bones is here in America, so I'm just going to stay. And I'm thinking like, yeah, but your life is messed up. And the life of your kids is messed up, and you're just regurgitating it. So that's what we're talking about tonight, guys. Black men and Black women, we're not enemies. It's time that we come to that realization and start building blocks together. Those of you heading over here to the continent, it's a great opportunity for you to do that. Start building with the people here. Integration, intercultural marriage, it's a great opportunity. There's a lot of assets for both parties involved. Now, you do need to exercise SMP. You do need to evaluate these people you're dealing with. You do need to make sure that you guys are on the same page, or at least maybe these people are open-minded. There's not a huge sentiment here on the continent of Pan-Africanism. Okay? So when you're meeting people, a lot of people, they don't have that on their mind. They're not growing up in diversity. They're not growing up with systematic racism and a lot of racial issues. So they haven't developed the need for Pan-Africanism. Furthermore, they've been colonized over here. So what that means is when you're meeting people here, you got to evaluate where they are in mentality-wise. But still, some people coming from the West with all that, like the way we interact with each other, please don't come over here and do it here. It will not serve you well. People will look at you crazy if you're insulting people and shouting at people and, all this kind of stuff. You've got to learn how to interact with each other. Courtesy, being polite, being nice, being respectful. Here, older people and stuff, you look after them in the public. If you see them with their bags or they're struggling, help them out. Old school. Take this opportunity as you're coming here to the continent to redo some things and get on the right path. What's up, family? Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Are you here in the building? What's up? Do we have anybody who wants to get in on this topic? I wonder where African Millennial is. I was hoping that she would get in on this topic and talk about it with me. So, that's what I want to say about it. I think if we start using our own personal lives, we can begin to see this. If you have children, start instilling your preferences. You know, don't just let them grow up without making them aware of certain realities and like your expectations of them. And even when it comes to this, you know, Black people always saying, well, just find love wherever you find love. And, you know, I'm going to support you irregardless. No, you need to tell the kids what it is, what you expect from them. You need to talk to them about self-preservation. Kids are very, very smart and they understand a lot of stuff. What's up, Michelle Marsh? Big shout out to you, sweetie. Good to see you. You know, I look forward to having those conversations with my future kids. You know, because right now I'm in Auntie Gina mode and I do the damn thing. Y'all see me all the time with my nieces and nephews. I take every occasion to try to impart some knowledge into them. You know, we don't want to have the difficult conversations. And then what's crazy is when they grow up and they live some kind of weird lifestyle, we're like, well, what happened? Well, what happened was you didn't set the stage. You know, I guarantee that if in our households we were stressing the importance of preserving our community, our kids will go on to do that. A lot of kids really care and value their parents' opinions. Okay, so when their parents are instilling different things, it becomes the bedrock of that child's, you know, ability to negotiate in the decision-making process. So we've got to start there. You know, start by creating families. You know, make sure when you're hooking up with people, you're trying to evaluate this person's characteristics. Because if you go on and make kids with them, it's important. You know, try to exercise S&P in your life. You know, we need to get over this, like, just live anyhow and roll the dice and whatever happens, happens. And, you know, it's not serving us well, guys. It's not serving us well. And the way we change it is we start today. Okay? Which means when you have the knowledge, you go ahead and exhibit it and start implementing it into your life. Okay? The fact that you have knowledge, but you don't live the knowledge is not that beneficial. You can tell everybody else what to do, and you can help everybody else with their blueprints and all that stuff, but your life. You see, I remember once upon a time when I lived in the UK, it wasn't that long ago, right? And people used to come in my chat room and be like, oh, yeah, Gina, well, you know, if Africa is like this and like that, how come you still in the UK? How come you don't live in Ghana? All you do is talk about Africa. You not for real. I don't see them anymore because I'm here living on the continent. You see what I'm saying? When you have a lot of advices, you better make sure your life validates whatever you talk. I saw a comment on my video yesterday about who's the mystery man that I moved to Ghana for, right? It's a hilarious video. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. So I posted the thumbnail also up on my Instagram. And someone said, you know, I don't know who he is, but I know he's going to be fine. And I'm like, see, people know the African superstar is legit. Is Black lovers stay single? I totally mean that. I totally mean, these are the words that I live by. The advices I give y'all, I live by this stuff. I don't just come here on YouTube and talk for the sound of my voice. No. I know y'all come here for the sound because even when it's a call-in show, you guys are not calling in. I don't know what's happening these last few days. I must be very riveting. But I'm not a statue and I'm not an entertainer. Okay? I come here to try to help other people with things that have been, you know, successful for me. I think when you become the example, it's the most powerful thing that you can do. What's up? Big shout out to something for the holidays. My friend Stacy also here in Ghana. Big shout outs to her. I see you there. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about tonight. You know, we make great teammates. We do have a lot of, you know, things that have made it very complex between us, but we need to work on simplifying that. You know, we can do that by striving to be better men and better women. You know, doing self-assessment and saying, okay, you know what, am I someone who others can deal with or like? Especially if you're like single and searching. If you're single and searching, you really need to evaluate yourself. And it's not about how much money. I don't care what Kevin Samuel says. Okay? It's not all about money. It's not all about your height and weight. No. Can people get along with you? You know, are you holding up your end of the deal in the relationship? Are you an active participant? You know, or are you sitting around waiting on your partner to do everything for you? You know, they're always the one texting, and they're always the one paying for everything, and they're always the one who's trying to do the communication and all that. What are you doing? Are you bringing anything in? I mean, are you likable? Do people like you? Can people even just deal with you? That's the kind of stuff we need to, we got to be real. Because a lot of people are stepping in plate like, yeah, I'm all that. And people need to, you know, acquiesce to what I'm trying to do. Nah, look. Okay, relationships, friendships, interactions, business, everything is mutual. Everything is mutual because every person wants something when they come to the table. Big shout out to Blockavelli. Thanks for stopping by, brother. I see you there. Everything is mutual. You see? And when Black women realize that, they will be able to do better in this game. Because they realize, you know what, I'm an active part of this relationship too. And I need to be contributing something to it. You know? And the fella, because fellas complain about this often. You know, they complain about the women coming to the plate. They don't want to do anything. Some ladies feel like, well, he should just take care of me because I'm pretty, because I'm educated. Listen, anybody will get tired of that. That's basically the relationship a parent has with their kids, right? When you're an adult, you want a relationship. You need something out of the relationship. You need that reciprocation. You want to feel valued. You want to feel like this person cares for you. You want to feel like this person is going to reciprocate. If you have that view on life, it will be easier for you to attract and deal with people because you realize that every time you step to the plate, you have to be an active participant in that situation. Those of us that are entrepreneurs and stuff like that, you know, or leaders, when you step up there as a leader, people will start piling a lot of responsibility on you. You know, there could be like 20 people in the room and they're going to be like, oh, Gina, you should do this. And Gina, you should do that. And you should do that. But I'm telling you, even if like, let's say out of a crowd of 20, 6 people or 7 people each say, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of responsibility for us to complete this project. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold my weight. See, it broadens the struggle when we all put our shoulders in, you know, and these are fundamentals of community, guys. And this is, you know, we've got to learn how to be a part of community when we come here on the continent and heal our communities as they are in the West. We've got to figure it out or else we cease to exist. Very, very simple. So a big shout out to y'all guys today. Well, I see everybody is shy and I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I can't say I'm just killing them today. I'm not. I'm about to get my hair done tomorrow, thank God. But I guess, I don't know. I must have just been so riveting tonight. Big shout out to the African superstar family. Oh, that's it, Heavenly Beautifully. But I'm just riveting, right? I'm just riveting. The whole family just want to watch me, right? Cool. I got y'all. It's all right. Well, as long as maybe you took something from this message, that's my intention. You know, I tell you all the time, this is my show, so I can help. I can support my own show. But what you need to take away from this conversation is we're not enemies. Also, any of my family members, I don't want to see you on other people's platform perpetuating the gender war. Please don't. Please don't. I will be highly upset and disappointed. Kira, SMP is the mission statement of our platform. It's strategy, maturity, and patience. Okay? It is the means of how we navigate life. All right? So when you see family members here in the chat room saying SMP, they're saying strategy, maturity, and patience. They are shouting out our mission statement. Okay? So welcome to the platform. I'm glad you know. What's up, blind guy, his wife, their life? What's up, family? Nah, you see, you're trying to be funny. I'm trying to wrap up the show. Look at you. Look at y'all. Y'all trying to call in now. Hey, nah, Yeah, Stacey. Yeah, I guess y'all came in on the end of it. The topic is Black men and Black women are not enemies. They are counterparts. So we're talking about how, society has perpetuated this contention between the Black men and Black women, and we've got to overcome it because we are vital to each other. We're vital to the future existence of our people. And we have to reject, any ideas that are, perpetuating us not to come together. So what I was saying is I don't want to see any of you guys' screen names that I see on a regular on these other platforms getting engaged with this banter and nonsense. Okay? And again, I never ever ask of you anything that I don't do. You guys have seen me on platforms when the drama starts and you've seen me, diffuse it or remove myself from it because I'm not going to be a participant of this war. I'm not. I love the Black men. And I know a lot of our sisters feel the same and echo the same thing. So big shout outs, guys. What's up? I appreciate you guys coming in and watching this live stream. If you are new to my platform and you're not yet subscribed, please do help us rebuild this platform by clicking the little, the little subscribe button. Okay. That way you won't miss any of my upcoming videos or any live streams and all of that. Also, feel free to stop by theafricansuperstar.com. All the contact information is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Anybody who is making our superstar videos, please get your submissions in. Okay? Get your submissions in so that we can continue to grow the channel and you can, show our family members what our platform means to you. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, guys, I've already explained to Kira. Go ahead and explain again because I just told Kira. I just told her what SMP is. I just told her. So somebody go ahead and type in for Kira in the chat room, what is SMP? Okay, because I just explained it. Yes. Kim Obijaco says, I am my brother's keeper. Stacy says, let's buy the clothing and show it. And Stacy actually placed an order on AfricanSuperstar.com and got herself and her husband some Black Lovers Stay Single. I see you, girl. So that's a great way. We can, obviously I developed the clothing line so that we could wear it and represent and send our message out, which is, hey, it's Black Lovers Stay Single. I don't want nothing else. I want Black love. I'm going to work towards it. That's my preference or else. That's it. So thank you guys. Big shout outs. Thank you. Because it matters. This, Kira, this is for you. Okay. I hope you're paying attention. Please don't ask again. This is the mission statement for our channel. Strategy, maturity, and patience. SMP. So you see people typing it into the chat room. They're showing love to our platform and they are exercising SMP. That's how we navigate this issue of coming to the continent. It's how we navigate life, really. I'm giving you guys some of my gems of how I navigate life. If you exercise SMP, on a regular basis, you will be good in life. Strategy, maturity, and patience. You need these elements daily to be successful in life. So that's our mission statement. So thank you because it matters. Put it into the chat room. Also, Kim Obigiaco, big shout outs. That is it. S&P is our mission statement. Okay? All right, family. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this channel again today. I appreciate you. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.